Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up the type of puzzle where you have to move some object to expose a secret passage. In this example it'll be a bookcase. You have to move the bookcase and there'll be a doorway behind it. So let's take a look at the project so far. I have a room called Study. The study has a bookcase, and there's another room called Secret Room on that's going to be on the other side of the bookcase, but I can't get into that room yet because if I go east from the study it says you can't go that way. Let me go to the customize you can't go that way, and for east I'll put in the large bookcase blocks the way. Bookcase blocks the way, period, save. Alright, so now let's run this and see what it looks like. Okay, this is a large study. Along the east wall is a large bookcase. There's a bookcase here. Okay, that's a little bit redundant, but I guess it works. Examine the bookcase. The large bookcase is mounted on caster wheels, hinting that we could move it, roll it, something, I don't know. And if I try to go east, it says the large bookcase blocks the way. Alright, so let's now make a sentence called move the bookcase. And I'm going to want the player to only be able to move the bookcase once, because well, if they try to move it again, like, it shouldn't just keep saying, oh yeah, you move the bookcase and find a secret passage. It should say, like, you've already moved the bookcase. So how can we keep track of whether or not the bookcase has been moved? I'm going to use one of these 3 bits. I'll use user 1 to say that the bookcase has been moved. I'll start with it unchecked, meaning it's like hasn't been moved, and when we do move it, I'll set it to a 1. So we'll know that it's been moved. So let's make a function called move bookcase. And what do we want to do? Well, we want an if statement. We want to check to see, has the bookcase been moved yet? Oh, you know what? I think I already added a stub for that. Move an object to expose a secret passage. Oh, snap, look at that. Okay, so this says if the bookcase has not been moved, set the user 1 bit to 1. That means we have now moved the bookcase, and print line, you have now pushed, you push the bookcase aside, revealing a secret passage leading east. And then where did this come from? All right, answer. Oh, okay. Yes, I know what I was doing. I'm using answer as a temporary variable. So save where the player is, and then connect where the player is equal to the new room. So we don't want to go to room 2. We now want to go to the secret room. There we go. So what this does is it gets where the player is, and then it sets that east connection to the new room. So it says change the direction in new room, right? So we want to change that. And then we want to set that room's description, or the current room's description, to this is a study, a passage leads east, right? So what we want to do is change the description of the room to reflect the fact that there's now a door on one side, and obviously it doesn't have to be east, right? It could be north, south, whatever. But the point is we want to change the description of the room to indicate that that there's now a doorway there. Otherwise, when the player goes back there, it'll just say this is a study, and it won't mention that there's a door that the player could go through. So that's it. So let's try to run that. So what did we do? You would have to go change the name of the objects. If your thing is a rock, change the name of it. Change bookcase to rock. Change the direction. Change the room it leads to. Change the description to something that's relevant to your game. All right. Well, now we got to wire this up to a sentence here. So do I have move as a verb? I don't think I do, but we could certainly add it. Let's go add it to our list of verbs. Move. There we go. We now have move as a verb, and we could also add roll as a verb and map both of those, make sentences with both of those verbs that call the same function. So now let's say when I move the bookcase, call the move bookcase function instead. And one other thing I'm going to want to do is, if I go to verb rules here, I want to find move. Of course I can't because of my screen size. All right, you would want to find move and then make sure that you can see the direct object. Otherwise, you'll be able to move the bookcase when you can't even see the bookcase. All right, let's go to move bookcase, and let's run this and see what it does. Oh, I never added my sentence, did I? No, I did. Okay, there's a study. Move the bookcase. You push the bookcase aside, revealing a passage leading east. Okay, move bookcase. You've already moved it, right? So the first time we move it, that bit is a 0, so we move the bookcase. The second time, that bit is not a 0 anymore. We set it to a 1, so we say, okay, hang on, you've already moved it. Now I should be able to go east into the secret room, and I should be able to go west back into the study. So there you go. That is how you add a kind of a secret passage, that's behind an object that you have to move. If you have any issues, you need me to help you get that working, just ask. I'll be happy to help you.